First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakakwadash. And I would also like to give a double honors unto the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who do well that have taught me this truth. And I would also like to say a sincere shalom unto the hopeful elect, unto the scattered elect, unto the brothers, the servants, the prophets, the men who are out there prophesying, laboring in this truth and in this doctrine. Unto you I say shalom. The chosen don't need a hype man. All right, and this title is in reference to this guy, Michael Rappaport. All right, if you haven't seen, if you know this guy, he was in a few movies. He played Remy in Higher Learning. What is it? Friday, Next Friday with Ice Cube. I can't think whatever else. He was in a few other movies, but I don't know. Some brothers think he's maybe a Jake, but he's playing the role of a small hat right now. He thinks he's a small hat, and he might be a small hat. But I'm gonna play a clip that was posted on some social media platform. I don't know. I screenshotted it, but it's showing you how desperate the small hat is right now to change. To keep the narrative that they're the chosen. All right, they're paying certain influencers to say specific things that people follow, that people may respect, and they're trying to change the growing narrative that they're not the chosen people and we are the chosen people. So I'm gonna play this clip and I'm gonna bring out a few precepts because the chosen don't need the world is gonna know who the chosen are. All right, they don't need someone to push it on social media or to announce it to the world. Or man, we don't need that because the Spirit eventually is going to reveal who we actually are. That we're not black, we're not Latinos, we're not Native Americans, we're not all these proverbs and bywords that have been placed on us by the enemy, the devil. Okay, and also at the same time, the Spirit is going to reveal who they are in the Spirit, who their line goes back to, Esau, Edom, the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Okay, so let me play this clip. Actually, I'm gonna play it from the end, and then I'm going to play the beginning, showing you, give it a showing you full circle what's going on. So I'll play this, and then I'm gonna start it from the beginning.
Pay me price for the videos I bring. If I say Israel, you gotta pay me a certain price. If I say Zionist, you pay me a certain price. If I say Zionist, Israel, and Jewish, that's the big three, I get paid for that. Great. Say Zionist. Yeah, just keep doing the same thing. Zionist, Israel, Jewish, you pay me. No problem. If I do one, what if I do one on lunch? And if I say something like fucking house, if I say fucking house, right? On camera. Okay, you're gonna give me more. Okay, cool.
I'll play.
The Jewish people, we are the chosen people. The Jews are the chosen people, and it is so apparent when you're in Israel, the Jewish land, and you're with the Jewish people of Israel, how magical we are. That's biblical shit, okay? That's biblical. You can't debate any of that. I want to make sure everybody knows that the Jews are the chosen people, and that's no disrespect to anything or anybody else, but the Jews are the chosen people, and Israel is ancient Judean Jewish land.
So hey, there it is, right there. He was just on the phone with whoever's handlers are, and they're telling him say this, the big three. And what does he do? He goes out and says it. But the real elect, the real chosen nation, don't need no cheerleaders. We don't need no no hype men. All right, but they do. All right, and it's showing you that they're not the biblical Israelites because he said the Jewish people. Ish is pertaining to. It's a suffix that means pertaining to. All right. So what about if you're a Jew? What about the other 11 tribes? Okay. Why don't they never go into the other 11 tribes? They can't say, oh, they're lost. All right. They were lost. We all were lost at one point, but the real nation has been found. Okay. And you could look at them and you could tell what you could look at us and look at them. And you can know there's something special about it. There's something peculiar about our nation, okay? But what it's nothing screams chosen about them. Okay, they're not the strongest. They're damn sure not the prettiest. Okay, or the most handsome. All right, it's Jake. It's clearly our people. Even and we've been put in a low position because of our transgressions against the Heavenly Father. All right, following after the ways of these devils, following after false idols, taking hold of false idols, and not worshiping the true power Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. So let me grab Deuteronomy 6 and 7 real quick, because this doesn't pertain to them. Um, excuse me, 7 and 6. And the Lord, no, is it 7? No. Yeah, 7 and 6. Excuse me. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That's showing separatism. That's showing racism for the Israelites compared to the rest of the nations. Okay? And yeah, these small hats they're separate from us for sure. In a different way. All right? Because hey, you can't see them anywhere. When's the last time you seen a small hat get a ticket or even get arrested? All right, when's the last time you saw a small hat in a hospital? Okay, we're supposed to see these people, and we're supposed to be going to them if they're the chosen to learn the righteous laws, statutes, and commandments, to learn the righteous ways of how we're supposed to live and conduct ourselves. But they don't even do that. Okay, because he was that Edomite right here was talking about the land of Israel. You know what? If you know how they defiled the land of Israel, what goes on in that land, Tel Aviv, the biggest Mo parade there is. It's the land of Israel is a safe haven for PDFs. Okay, he not going into that. Okay, how and with numerous wicked acts they do in the Holy Land. Okay, but let me go to this. This is Deuteronomy 4 and um 4. I started 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord thy power are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye shall do them in the land whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this is a great nation. Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Even the average nigga in the world don't look at these small hats like that. Like, oh, these guys, they're special. Look how they treat each other. Look how they do this. Look how they. No, only thing we see them do is hoard all the resources, hoard the money, hoard property, hoard land. Okay, and at the same time they'll say we're oppressed. We came here with nothing. Okay, but at the end of the day, you find out the truth that they own all this shit. Okay, all this property, all the land has been grandfathered down to them from generation to generation. They own everything. All right, they run all these various industries. Okay, all the sport and entertainment industries, all the CDCs, they run every fucking thing. Okay, but and they're running it. I can see if they were running it in righteousness, like they're running the medical field and they're healing people. They're healing people. No, they're running it in wickedness. They're running these various industries in wickedness, and they're pushing more wickedness, especially on our people, exploiting our people. All right, turning our people, our men into moles and our women into hoes. Okay, and accusing us to the Heavenly Father. Like, look at these people. These ain't the chosen. Give us the birthright back. We deserve the birthright. Okay, but the birthright was given to Jacob, not Esau. Okay, you can't Yaquab. All right, we already got it. All right, it goes back all the way into the beginning, damn near. All right, that the birthright wasn't given to you. Okay, no one's going to these people saying this is the great and wise, understanding nation. Okay, if that was the case, why would you need to put out this rhetoric? All right, these various social media posts saying you're a great people. The world should already know that if you're the chosen. Okay, keep therefore and do them, and this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear. Oh, I read this already. I read it again. Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him? And what nation is there so great, that have statutes and judgments so righteous, as all this laws which I set before thee this day? And we clearly see that they don't follow the righteous laws, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures, of the Torah. All right, when they say the Torah, no, they follow the Babylonian Talmud. All right, which says you could, you know what? I got it in my phone. I'm gonna read some of the things that they say, if I could find it. Here it go. Here it is, right here. Oh, damn, here it go, right here. It says, even the best goyim should be killed. This is in their Talmud. All children of goyim are animals. This is what they think. A Jew may violate but not marry a non-Jew girl. Gentile goy girls are in a state of nida, filth from birth. And this is various, books or chapters in the Talmud. A Jew murders a Gentile, there will be no death penalty. And the scriptures don't say that. If a goy hits a Jew, he must be killed. All right, but what if they hit it? They put themselves on a pedestal. It's crazy, and Lord willing, I don't get a strike for this lesson. But hey, the truth has got to come out about these people, man. Okay, and they're really exposing themselves. All right, let me grab that. Psalms 64 and verse 8. It reads, so they shall make their own tongues fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. No one's running to these people saying, teach us, let us learn your ways. All right, only thing a nigga one from a small head is know how to make that money. Okay, but when the niggas get in there, they bow down to these people. Okay, they kiss the ring. You had Kanye, Young Thug, LeBron, all these people. They had Nick Cannon on there. They sat the nigga Deshaun Jackson down. And anybody that is so-called somebody in this world, whether it be sports, whether it be entertainment, rap, if they know the truth, all right. But if they say anything, what happens? Oh, they have to meet with rabbi this person or rabbi this person and talk about this. They sit them down, okay. But they ain't gonna come to us. They're not gonna come to us with that shit because we gonna tell them the truth. All right. This is Isaiah 2:2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. The mountains represent governments, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all the nations shall flow unto it. And all the nations flowing to Israel right now, you got nations, all right, like Iran and various other nations, Lebanon, that they had odds with Israel. They're not coming to them saying, teach us your statutes and laws. They want their neck. They want their blood. All right, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion, Israel, all right, shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord, Yahawah, from Jerusalem. Is that taking place right now? All right, no one's running up to them saying, teach us this, teach us this. All right, if anything, these people are telling them these filthy man beasts to get the hell away from them. All right, and these devils are going to be brought back down to their proper place. All right, as the base men, you're going to see, the world is going to see them go from riches. All right, infinite. Not I don't say infinite riches, but it seemed like these devils got infinite riches. It seems like an endless supply of riches to rags, all right, to the bottom of the pit, all right, and they're going to be revealed to the world who they truly are, all right. These are not the chosen of the Lord, okay. These are the cursed of the Lord. All right. So that's all I really had on this. I just saw that social media clip, and I wanted to go into it and and show that actually that these devils they're being exposed. All right, the spirit of Yahawah Shema Shai is exposing them. All right, in these last days before the Lord actually sent His Son Yahawashi to come back and get rid of them completely. Okay, this is Second Thessalonians 2 and verse 6. And now ye know what withholdeth that He might be revealed in His time. And we're in the time of a great revealing. Okay, we're revealing the wickedness and the iniquity of our own damn wicked ass people that won't repent, and we're revealing this devil Esau, man. Okay, this devil Esau, hey, that's one thing that the Lord said He would do. He would reveal him. All right, because he's been he's deceived the world to make the world think that he's the chosen, that you can't say nothing about him. Okay, if you say anything about him, you're anti this or anti that. All right. Let me finish this verse. And then, verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed. I love how they capitalize wicked. All right, because that's speaking of actual people. All right, not just one person, the actual people. Malachi 1 and 4. Okay, it says the people who the Lord had in indignation forever. All right, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of His mouth and destroy, excuse me, with the brightness of His coming. All right, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. That's part of their witchcraft, their left hand witchcraft. All right, which they're going to use in these last days, which they're using to try to deceive the masses, to try to keep the false narrative that they are the chosen. Okay? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the hopeful elect. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakak, Shalom.